My name is Singor Reed. I'm an artist, and you're watching Let's Create Art with LM Kaz.
Hello there. Thank you guys for joining in. It has been a while, but I am back with you. I am here at the Mack Alive Gallery over here on Fischer and Mack. I have a great artist to introduce to you. He's one of my favorites, and he's a Detroit local. This is Singor Reed, everyone. Hello, Singor.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
No problem. I have only 3 quick questions for you. The first question is, what inspired you to start doing art?
Well, I was fortunate enough to have a mother who's an artist and also a father who's an art creator. Art collector, excuse me. And so I just grew up with art. Art was just a part of my life, and so it was only natural that I really become an artist.
So the second question I have to ask is, what kept you going, and how did you get where you are?
I've been fortunate enough to have been raised in a city that has been very supportive. Throughout my life, I've had many teachers, mentors, artists who, have served as role models and examples of, how to live as an artist, how to make a living as an artist, and how to always give back, how to be an educator, how to be a teacher. And so, with a strong community, arts community here in Detroit, I couldn't lose. And it's what keeps me going, because I know that I have to continue the legacy, and then I have to pay it forward and teach the next generation of young artists.
I have one more question. Yes, he's holding the microphone. We're going back and forth with this. So my final question is, if you can inspire a child that want to do art, that want to create art, that might not have the tools and resources that you had, what would you tell them to keep them going?
The best thing to do is to take whatever you have, whatever materials you have at your disposal. It doesn't matter if it's crayons, pencils, papers, canvas. It could be natural materials, grass, trees, whatever it is, wood. You have to make art with it. You have to be creative, and you have to keep that those creative juices going, because you never know where your life will take you, and you have to use the resources that you have in front of you to make art. Yeah.
Have you had any awards sent to you for your great art? If anything special happened to you to inspire the children so they can look forward to doing something great?
Yeah, I've had many awards. I guess one of the major awards, I was lucky enough to receive a Kresge Fellowship back in 2009. And that along with that, I received a Michigan Emerging Artist Award, like when I was fresh out of college. So awards and honors and recognition like that there are also things that have really kept me going, helped to encourage me, and to let me know that I'm on the right path.
And I'm happy you shared that information, because for 2 things. Some kids think that it's okay to just make art and give it away, or just make art because it's fun. Make them have more of a goal. It'll make them better at their craft. So to hear, local Detroit artists that are doing what they're doing, and you see that they're achieving and going past their, past expectations that you probably would not expect, that's drive too. It keeps the drive going hard. You persevere through it all. So, this is a professional artist. You guys can get out here and do exactly what he's doing. There's no difference between him or me or you. All right? I am here with
Drake Pfeiffer.
And
The name of my company is Urban Organic. Started Urban Organic in 2001. It's a multimedia production company. We've been a part of bringing the Black Cinema Cafe to Detroit, which is a rotating independent film festival that has occurred in Detroit and other cities around the country. Helped launch the careers of a number of different artists that you may be aware of, from Dwelle to Kim to Jasmine Sullivan to Lettucey to Guapale to Robert Glasper, and the list goes on. And I always felt that, while we've been more focused on music, that we've always been, I guess, an underpinning for a lot of the artistic movements that have been going on around the city of Detroit. And as a result, I'm here today, and not only in support of what Mack Alive does, but in support of what all of the artists who are represented here do, yourself included, my mother, the Namdis, Cleety Taylor, Dale Pryor, Mr. Massey. There's so many wonderful people here. We have so many jewels of the community that are in this space right here today. They're receiving their lifetime achievement awards. Last year, I think Georgia Namdi was the first Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, and he's one of my mentors. I work very closely with George, and I just feel that this is an important event. I'm glad to be here. I am glad to be a part of the fabric of this creative community that we have here. You just interviewed Singor. Singor is one of my. I've been a fan and a friend of Singor. His wife is terrific. Jason Phillips is terrific. There's so many people that I can name that are in this room.
Yeah, he's naming like some very important people that are pillars of the community, that are very powerful people in the art world, and those are the people that have the spotlight on Detroit right now. That's why we're getting a lot of recognition from around the country, because of some of the people that are in this room today. Yep. So hopefully, if I'm lucky, if I'm graced by their presence, I can interview some of these people tonight.
That's right.
Including this guy, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Do it for the culture.
Do it for the culture.
Do it for the culture.
That's what we're here for.
Do it for the culture.
Well, if anyone wanted to get in contact with you, if any resources of any availability for which you provide, how can they contact you?
They can go to my website, urban-organic.net, or they can go to Urban Organic Detroit on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, obviously. Twitter, Urban Organic, all social media. We're on all social media everywhere. If you Google Drake Pfeiffer, it'll come up. If you Google Urban Organic Detroit, it'll come up. And so we look forward to seeing you. Look forward to seeing this segment on YouTube. And good luck with your ascent, because you are going up.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, thank you.
Definitely.
I've been working hard. I'm trying. Judy Bowman popping her head in here. Hello, Judy. Get Judy right here. She just got, she's starting the Annie Lee Foundation. She has a lot of great things going on as well. Like I said, we have a lot of heavy hitters here tonight. Thank you, Drake. Hello there, and we are back, and I have a very special guest. I have met her at the Breakfast Club one time, and I just did a presentation at the DIA, and she invited us in, and I actually got my membership now because I came there. Can you let the audience know who you are?
I'm Alex May, and I'm fairly new to Detroit. Well, now 10 years, so I'm a Detroiter, and I'm married to the director of the Detroit Institute of Arts.
Awesome. So what brings you in today? You here to celebrate the festivities of the artists?
I am. I'm a fairly regular goer to the Breakfast Club, so I heard about the event on Monday, and Henry Harper, of course, told me to come. And I didn't know about Mack Alive, so I like to know everything about Detroit. And when I don't know about something, I'm disappointed in myself.
You're a little anxious, like, hey, I need to.
Yeah. So, and of course, if anything for Detroit, I love, but if it's for the arts, even, more so. So.
And when I came down to the DIA, I didn't know. I met, I think it's the communications director. I think his name is Philip. And he told me about, using the space and, the studio space and bringing events there. So I'm really looking forward to bringing what I do to the DIA, maybe putting a spotlight on that local urban artist that's unfamiliar with the DIA or don't know what it all has to offer. So real quickly, if you can let the audience know, because a lot of young people watch this show, a lot of high school kids, let them know just a small piece of the DIA of what they can expect if they come down.
Well, first of all, it's free to everyone who lives in 3 counties. So that's Wayne, Oakland, Macomb. So come on in. And it's even free for school field trips. The DI will pay to bus people to the school. But there's drop-in workshops, there's chess, there's Friday Night Live, so that's open till 10 on Fridays. There's music, there's drawing in the galleries. I mean, there's all kinds of performances. So, film theater. The film theater is amazing. So lots of things to do.
Well, I want to thank her so much for coming in. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Like a style lesson from you.
I am trying, honey. I'm trying to keep up with you young girls, okay? I am trying to keep it together, okay? Who made this?
Oh, my husband from Nigeria. He brought it as a gift, as all of my clothing.
Wow, your husband styled this, basically.
Yeah, well, he always brings me stuff back.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I wear it because I have to bring him with me.
That's absolutely amazing tonight. I love it. She probably has, somebody said it might be over the top. It's definitely my style. I got on 2 necklaces to try to make my necklace look as beautiful and gaudy as hers. I love it. Can you tell the audience your name?
My name is Alberta Tinsley Talabi, and I am live in this neighborhood, and it's such an honor to have all of you here tonight. We are on Mack Avenue, an area that many people in the past didn't find much good to say, but oh my, haven't things changed? I've had people walk in our doors and say, "Are we in Midtown?" And I'm like, oh my. No, we're in Mack, and Mack is alive. We've been around for 27 years, and we know we're making a difference. And the art, the display of art, the creativity is endless. And we want our children to know as much about art as they do about a touchdown or a home run.
That's right. I love it. So what specifically are you doing to help out Mack? Because it seems like this is a very important area for you. Tell us how you're a pillar in this community.
27 years, we've had the largest parade outside of the Thanksgiving Day parade that comes down Mack Avenue. We have never missed a year. Rain, whatever, we're coming on down Mack the last Saturday in August, and what a phenomenal thing for this community. You know, our children can't afford to go to Cedar Point. There's no more Belle Isle. There's no more State Fair. Edgewater, oh my God, most listeners won't even know what Edgewater was. But at the end of the day, we want to celebrate and give our children something to know that they are considered important, that we want to celebrate them and their families, and to come down Mack and to see children running to Mack to see the parade, it just warms my heart. I think it extends my life 10 years every year.
So can you remind the people, when is this parade you speak of so the young kids can know about it?
That's right. It's always the 4th Saturday in August, and it's a huge event. When I tell you we have over 2,000 people participating in the march, and then we end up on the boulevard and Mack is alive. Make no mistake about it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words. I love what you're doing in this community. I did not even know that this is what you were doing. I didn't know that you were the person behind that parade on Mack. It's an honor to meet you. And please keep up the good work and keep blessing us with these small nuggets of luck.
And we also partner with Wayne State University.
Wow.
They have a program here teaching literacy and mathematics, and whoa, isn't that important? And so in addition to that, we have programs for seniors. And yesterday we took them to the DIA. And so we just want our community to know what's here, to experience what's here. I have been blessed. I still live in the same house I was born in on Pennsylvania, off of Mack. And the fact of it is, I ain't going nowhere.
You heard it, folks. She just made it very loud and crystal clear. She ain't going nowhere. We need you guys to come down and check out Mack Alive someday. Come and see what our community has to offer. It's your community, it's my community. We're from Detroit, we're all locals. Some of the most beautiful art from a lot of local artists that you and I both know. And if you don't know, keep watching. You'll check us out. And I have a very special guest. This guy, Art, I met him at Jazz on the Avenue last year, right?
Yes.
And he had this beautiful, these clouds and skies with the Grim Reaper. and it was the most dynamic abstract piece I've ever seen. I really was in awe. We both were selling art. Oh, it got louder here. But his art was absolutely phenomenal. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is David S. Wilson, and I'm a self-taught artist, and I've done art all my life. I live it, love it, and I'm so proud to be around other artists, finally.
So if a young person wanted to do art and they didn't have any resources, they didn't have a lot of availability, what would you tell them to make art?
I would tell a young person, you always have the library, you have the internet now. I would say find an artist that you really love, and you'll find something that you love about him, whether it's color, drawing, whatever it is. Study that artist, get books on technique, develop some discipline, and just study. And your style, don't worry about style. Style will sneak up on you. Just constantly do what you love doing. Whatever medium you like or whatever the subject matter, it's infinite.
Thank you so much, David. And one more question before I let you go. If someone wanted to see your art or maybe purchase your art, where could they find it?
I'm on Facebook. I'm currently on Facebook now. David S. Wilson at David the Artist 48. My daughter got me on this at gmail.com. And you can also go to artspan.com, artspan.com. And under the artist directory, look up David S. Wilson. I think I'm on page 5 of the W's.
Now, when I say you guys really need to check out his art, I'm an artist, and I love all artists that I see, but this guy has a very dynamic style, and he is a self-taught artist. When I say you should check him out, please check him out. Remember the name, David Watson, please, okay? I have a good friend of mine, a very great artist. This guy is absolutely amazing. I've actually collected some of his art. He's collected some of my art. He has painted a abstract impressionist piece for me, and you guys can check it out on his page if you like to see it. Very beautiful painting, I must add, with fine framing. This is Angelo Sherman. Okay, Mr. Angelo.
Yes, you pronounced it right. So you want to know about my influence, or?
What would you tell the people right now, the young people that's watching it, maybe want to do art, maybe don't believe that they can be a great artist? What tools would you tell them that they can use at home? Or what's something that you could probably tell them that will help them create something if they didn't have the resources in art and paint, whatever?
Well, you can look around nature, pick up things outside, found objects. You don't have to use paint all the time to create art. Art is all around you. So when I was little, I didn't have like paper, art paper. I used to draw on the edges of the newspaper, you know, the little white part.
So what have you done since then, Mr. Sherman?
Since I was a kid, I did a lot of things, many paintings, but I started out as a cartoonist, and you can see it in my work. And
which have been shown at the Charles H. Wright Museum?
Yes, at the Charles H. Wright Museum, and I did a unauthorized show at the DIA when I was working there. Yeah, we used to.
Unauthorized show, I mean, he had to take charge. Like, I'm showing this.
Right. I used to be a technician where you would hang the paintings, and we used to play jokes on the patrons at the museum because my work would be next to the Picasso. So that was my job, to hang paintings. So. Yeah, and I also had a unauthorized show on the outside of the museum, and that lasted.
I need to show this art. Like, I got too much of it at home.
Right, you don't have to just have somebody's approval to show your work.
I agree. I'm learning that now as an artist. I get you.
So, I've done many pieces, and I'm still continually painting, because the painting process starts in your brain. So that's like files. It's just up to you when you want to get those out.
Right.
So.
Deep brother, this is a very, very talented guy. You guys need to check out his art. Again, Angelo Sherman. Look him up on Facebook. I'm sure something will pop up on Google. You'll see a lot of amazing art that this man has done. One of my favorite pieces that we just saw, that you just took out, I think, Charles H. Wright, that Lee Revolutionary.
It's called Lee Revolution.
Lee Revolution.
It's about the Detroit riots that took place in 1967, and actually was a rebellion.
Perfect time right now. Black Panther coming out.
Right.
Shout out to Black Panther.
Mhm.
African American History Month. And Angelo Sherman piece, Lee Revolution. Please let them know about this, and then we're going to cut it.
Well, this particular piece has bullets glued to the canvas. It also shows tanks, helicopters, things I've seen as a kid. And the main figure is a woman holding a AK-47 style rifle, and her afro is on fire. And there's a lot of things in this painting. Emmett Till is in the painting, and there's drugs, showing how drugs was put in the neighborhood after the riot.
Of course.
And then the black on black crime, it seemed like that started after the riot also. So this Detroit riot was the biggest insurrection in the United States since the Civil War.
This piece, you have to check this piece out, guys. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. You can tell the story of African American history through the abstract piece. If someone wanted to see your art again, I know I said it 3 times, but just to let the people know, like, where can they find you at to check out your work?
Well, you can come to my studio, and that's at 12935 Riverdale. That's in Detroit. You have to make an appointment, but you can go to Facebook, see my work, Angelo Sherman, Facebook, and you can go to www.angelosherman.com.
All right, thank you so much. We're going to cut it up right here, guys. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Again, we're at Mack Alive, right here on Mack and Fischer on the east side of Detroit. Don't be shy. This is your neighborhood. It's my neighborhood. You come in and check out the art. You young people that's enthusiastic about coming out, finding something new to do. This would be a perfect location to come in, hang out, bring your friends, look at art, check out art, find other topics to talk about. Again, this is Elam Kaz, and I wanted to drop some knowledge on you guys, see some of the finest artists in Detroit right now. This was a very powerful movement. I'm hoping you guys watching it and understanding that this was a total gem. You're welcome. And please join us again. I hope you guys enjoy. See you later. Thank you.